Hi everyone, welcome to your Pilates workout today. For today's prop, you are going to need a squish ball, but you can make do without, or you can also use a foam roller or like a rolled up yoga mat. So let's get started. We're gonna start on our hands and knees. We're gonna take the ball underneath your right hand. The left hand goes underneath your shoulder. And we're gonna start by rolling that ball through the arm, bending into that elbow. Nice big juicy twist. And then we're gonna bring it back in. Same thing again. All right. So a little bit of downwards pressure, allowing your body to sink into as much or as little rotation as feels good for today. Let's take that one last time. All right, switching sides, rolling that ball through, bending in. I think this we are unlocking any tension that we might feel. Okay, feel free to stay for longer or less time than I am. And let's get one more of these big juicy rotations in. All right, then you're gonna take your ball and just place it between your knees, tuck the toes under, hands directly underneath your shoulders, and we're just gonna hover the knees. From this, you're gonna squeeze the ball and release. Squeeze and release. It's not gonna do a lot, but just something to distract us. Okay, pushing the chest up away from the floor. Last 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna lower those knees back down. We're gonna do that again. Lifting up and squeeze. About 8 more times. Good, 7. All right, knees barely off that mat. Awesome work, lower back down. Let's take that one last time. Hover the knees, squeeze, release. Good stretch for the feet here as well. All right, last 4, 3, oh my goodness, 2, and 1. Lower those knees, take that ball out, and sit back into a child's pose. You can let your arms rest onto that ball. Nice big expansive breaths. All right, we're gonna roll all the way up, and then we're gonna take that ball, and we're gonna place it behind the bottom tips of our shoulder blades. Okay, so remember you can adjust the placement of the ball just by lifting your bum up and moving backwards or forwards. Interlace the hands behind your head and then begin to go backwards as much as feels good. And then curl up and forward. Okay, so keep going. Something I've been playing with lately, I'm just getting a timer going, is playing with intervals in Pilates. So not necessarily intervals like we do in strength, but giving you a set amount of time and letting you just move at your own pace. Obviously, if it really matters and I need you to do a specific amount of reps, like for instance, if we're doing our Sidekick series, you know, that might be where I start to count reps. All right, so just going backwards and forwards. And then I'm just gonna continue on and we're gonna layer movement into this. So we're gonna bring the right knee into the chest as the chest lifts, foot comes back down, alternating sides. So it'll take a bit of coordination, but again, go at your own pace. You don't have to move at the exact same time as me. But I do want you to make sure that you're giving yourself enough time to complete a full range of movement. So going as far forward as you can and as far back as you can. All right. On your next rep, curl up, have one leg in that tabletop position, and then we're gonna reach out and curl in. Oof, I'm wobbly. All right, we are gonna go for reps here, so let's get about 5 more in. so that we have about 8 to 10 in total. Good, last 2. Holy smokes, last 1. Place the foot down, other leg comes up, and here we go. Reaching, stretching out big and pulling it in. All right, about 5 more. And then I got one more trick up my sleeve for right now. Last 2. All right. Now, option 1, both feet are going to stay down, level 1. Level 2, both legs stay in tabletop, they don't move. Level 3, you're going to reach your legs out and in. I'm going to go for level 3. Oh my God. And we're going to go, for 8 reps. This is a taste of my own medicine because I taught this in class today. And I just stood and watched. I have all the respect in the world for everyone that came to class this Saturday and for you right now at home. Last one. Okay, oh my goodness. All right, let's come off that ball. Let's take it and lie down onto our backs, placing the ball in between the knees. And then when you're ready, let's start to roll the hips up into a bridge, letting the shoulders fall open, and then roll it back down. If you want a little extra spice, squeeze the ball in, getting a little bit more of that inner thigh work. Okay, and again, I'm not going to really count reps too much. Just move at your own pace. All right, good. All right, let's go for about 5 more seconds. All right, now roll the hips up and keep them there. We're going to squeeze and release that ball. Keeping those hips at that constant height. And trying to squeeze and hold for a moment before you let it go. Okay, keep going here. We're going to go for about 10 more seconds like this. Keeping the feet flat on the floor. All right, next variation, we're going to straighten the right leg forward and place it down. I'm going to need my arms for this, alternating sides. Okay, so again, about 30 seconds with this one. If you want a little extra, squeeze that ball in. 10 more seconds here. Last 4, 3, 2, and roll it down. Awesome. Hug those knees into your chest. Maybe give yourself a little rock side to side. And then we're going to take the ball. We're going to place it underneath the right foot. The hands are going to go behind your head. Lift your chest up. Press down into that right foot. And we're going to roll the foot away and pull it back in. We will go for reps here, so let's aim for 8. But 10 is also a great number. Okay, keeping the chest and shoulders up off the floor. All right, then friends, we're going to let the head rest as we switch legs. Lift your chest back up, and then here we go, reaching out and pulling in. Pressing down into that ball. All right, again, 8 to 10. So you should be about halfway through. Could you lift your chest a little higher? Shaky, shaky. Okay, next. We place both feet onto the ball. Your knees don't have to be together, but your feet do need to be side by side. We lift up, and then we're going to roll the ball away and pull it back in. Good. All right, don't give up just yet. Let's see if we can get in about 4 more good reps. 3, Last two. Last one, keep those legs out straight, relax down. All right, I'm gonna place my feet on either side of my ball so it doesn't roll away. And then I'm gonna flex my feet. Let's reach our arms back, nice big stretch. And then we're gonna go into our full roll up. So I'm gonna circle my arms to the side, and I'm gonna give myself a little push to come up for the first one. Stretch forward, and then when you're ready, roll it back down. Okay. Letting yourself stretch forward. And again, go at your own pace. It's hard when your abs are tired. Okay, let's try to get one more good rep, and then we're gonna make a change with that ball. Okay, so this is to make our life more difficult. So if you don't want to make your life more difficult today, don't use the ball, just have your foot flat on the floor. So I'm gonna put the ball underneath my Achilles tendon. It's just gonna destabilize my leg. So I have to work a little harder for it to not roll around. Arms down by your side, left leg is gonna go up towards the ceiling, and we're gonna draw circles with that left leg, and your right leg is pressing down into that ball. Let's go for 6 in total. Sorry, and then reverse, 6 on each side. 6 in each direction. Oh my God. Okay, good, that's one more for me. The really bad counter. Okay, then we're gonna place that ball underneath the left Achilles, or whatever your second leg is. Right leg goes up towards the ceiling, and then we circle for 6. If you're really tight, breathe through it, don't force it, and reverse. Okay, last 3. All right, then from there, we're gonna hug the knees into the chest, rock up to a seated position. Okay, to make your life more difficult, you're gonna wedge the ball between the ankles and the back of your thighs for your rolling like a ball. My back is feeling pretty tight today, so I'm not gonna go for that. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more forgiveness. Either way, you're gonna round into your back, pick the feet up, lift up your elbows, and look downwards. When you're ready, roll to the shoulders, and then come back up again. We're looking for a smooth roll. So what do you feel on the back of your spine, rolling through that back from the base of your spine up to your shoulder blades? So you're literally trying to make that contact to the best of your ability. Let's do about 3 more. If you don't have a lot of tightness in your back, you might be like, what's the point in doing this? And then that's great. All right, that's enough of that one, feet down. But if you do, you'll be like, oh, I'm stretching my back. All right, we're gonna do a little bit more core work, but the head is gonna stay down. This is gonna be really nice for your hip flexors. So we're gonna lie down onto our backs. We're gonna lift the hips up and place the ball underneath the pelvis. Make sure it's underneath your bum, your hips, and not your lower back. We're gonna bring the legs up to tabletop. All right, from here, reaching the right leg straight forward, maybe even downwards, and we'll alternate legs. Again, going at your own pace. And the advantage here is our pelvis is elevated, therefore the floor is further away from us. So you could potentially reach your leg below your hip. What we want to make sure though is that we don't arch our back or change the position of our pelvis in order to achieve more range of motion. Not because it's going to harm you, but just to make sure you're maximizing that range of motion. All right, next, we're gonna go both legs, reaching out, pulling back in. All right, press your feet together so that both of your legs are moving as one. If it's more comfortable though to have your knees coming apart when they bend into your chest, totally fine. I just want to keep those feet side by side. All right, let's go for a couple more. Oh, I like this moment where my knees are into my chest. Okay, now we're gonna search for that hamstring stretch again. So legs are straight to the ceiling and you're switching one leg at a time. My right hamstring has been so tight lately. Okay, all right, we've got one more variation here. I'm gonna connect the feet together and we're gonna lower both straight legs down and then back up again. And again, down and back up. All right, let's try for 5 more. Same thing here, we don't wanna arch that back. Last 2. And then the best one you got. Okay. All right, feet are gonna come down. We're gonna lift the hips up. We're gonna come off that ball. And if it feels nice, you can kind of windshield wiper those knees from side to side. Okay. All right, let's come up to a seated position. I'm gonna put my ball off to the side for this one. We're gonna sit with the legs straight out in front. For your spine stretch forward, you don't necessarily have to have those legs straight. They could be a little bit bent. Sometimes I forget to say it, but the best way for you to sit is the way that's gonna get you to sit up the straightest. So you can focus on your spine and be less focused on what's going on down below. Arms are out, feet are flexed. We're gonna nod the chin to the chest. I'll actually even do this with bent knees, just so we can have that visual. And then rolling back up. And again, same thing. And we're really curving or attempting to curve that spine. So think about bringing the top of your head down between your knees and your t-shirt backwards. Like the back of your t-shirt is gonna pull this way away from you and your head is coming down this way. I feel like when I nail it and it feels right, I feel like this opening sensation through my lower back, but we're all a little different, so it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong if you don't feel that. Okay. And then coming all the way back up. All right, we're gonna lie down on our backs again. We're gonna take the squish ball with us. We're gonna go into some rotations. So we're gonna bring the ball between the knees and the arms are gonna go out to the side, palms facing down. Start to twist your legs over to the right, but keep the left shoulder glued to the mat and then very slowly come back to center. The ball's not doing a lot here. You can kind of squeeze into it a bit and then we twist over to the left and then pull it back to center. We're gonna keep alternating sides. Okay, really trying to find that opposition by keeping the shoulder stuck to the ground. So even though this does require some strength, there's definitely a mobility aspect to it. This is the old school portion of the playlist. All right, let's take a break. Let's place the feet down for a second. You could repeat a second set of that, or let's take it into our corkscrew. So we're gonna move the ball up between the ankles, arms by your side, legs straight, and then we're gonna draw a big right to left circle, and then left to right. All right. Keeping that ball squeezing, oh my gosh, squeezing in, almost toppled over to the side. These big legs of mine. All right, let's go one more each direction. And by big, I mean like they're long. Okay, awesome. Rocking up. Okay, so if you want to make your life more difficult in your saw, and this is, I would only suggest is if like you're already feeling pretty bendy in your saw. The ball is going to go between your ankles. If not, just go normal and have your feet a little wider. It's a little bit more forgiving. We're going to put the hands behind the head today, pull up and sit tall, twist, rotate to the right, and start to bend forward towards the outside of your knee, and then roll it back up before switching sides. And then we'll just keep going. Again, just taking it at your own pace. You can stay for longer or less time than I am. Legs staying really still and hips glued to the mat. Okay, let's get about 1 or 2 more in, whatever makes you even, and then we're going to move on to our swan. Okay, great. So we're going to come onto our stomachs next. Take the ball with you. I'm going to go this way. Your feet are going to be shoulder distant apart, and you're going to place that ball underneath your forearms, close to the elbow joint. Sorry, I'll bring my head down so you can hear me a bit better. We're going to attempt to keep the arms straight for this. So I'm going to start to lift my head up first, and then I'm going to start to pull the ball in towards my chest, but it's my back lifting up that's making that happen. And then we're going to roll that ball away. So again, lift up towards the ceiling, push down into the ball, and continue to let that ball support your weight. You can add in a little lift with the head, looking upwards. So this is going to make our swan just a bit trickier. Feels very similar to being on the reformer. All right, next we're going to bring the feet about hip distant apart, and you're going to hold your squish ball, I'm getting a foot cramp, in one hand. We're going to lift everything up, and then we're going to pass the ball from one hand to the other. So going in the same direction. So I'm going to go in a clockwise circle first. Good. All right, let's go for about 5 more seconds in this direction. All right, and then let's go the reverse. Good, halfway with this. Lift those legs up. All right, 5. Good, 3, 2, and relax it down. Sit back to child's pose. Nice deep breaths. All right, we're gonna go into some donkey kicks next. So we're gonna take the ball and wedge it behind the back of the right knee. For these donkey kicks, you can either stay up on your hands or you can do them down on your forearms. I'm gonna go on my forearms today. I'm gonna flex that right foot, and we're gonna start by pushing the leg all the way up and bringing it down. So going for that full range of motion. We want the shoulders over top of the elbows. So you don't want to be back like this or forward like this. And again, making sure you're going for that full range of motion. So up as high as you can before you bring it back down. All right, on the next rep, we're gonna keep the leg lifted and we're gonna bring the knee down to tap the back of the opposite calf and lift it back up. Exploring this range of motion and avoid leaning into the left hip. All right, our last variation, we're gonna line the right knee up with the left knee and open directly to the side. This one is usually the most challenging. 15 more seconds to go. All right, last 5. Good, 3. Try to get one more good rep in, and done with that side. Whatever your body craves, you could go into a couple cat stretches, a downward dog, or simply just take a child's pose. All right, let's get it on the other side. So we're gonna take the ball, we're gonna place it behind the back of the knee. Okay, up on your forearms, down on your forearms or up on your hands. Let's go. Up and back down. Going for that full range of motion. Pushing that knee up so that you feel that restriction. We've got about 15 more seconds to go. Pushing the chest up away from the floor. Let's keep the leg lifted on the next one, and then you're gonna tap the calf and lift. Tap and lift. So this is going to give us a bit of a different angle at the hip. Try not to lean into that right hip. Good, 5 more seconds. You're doing awesome. All right, here we go. Knee opens to the side and close. I'm trying not to grunt. Go for that full range. Don't hold back. We've got 15 more seconds. All right, last 5. Good, 3, 2, get one more good rep. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, okay, I'm gonna take a downward dog. You do you. And then we're going to come to a seated position. So let's sit cross-legged today. It's nice for the hips, unless you really hate it. We're going to take the arms, we're going to bring them behind the head, and we're going to do 3 pulses. Come back to center, 3 pulses. Good. Keep pulling upwards with those hands. Okay, now before we continue, let's switch which ankle's on top, and we'll go again. Okay, we'll go 4 more times, and then we're going to move on to that side body. Keep your eyes looking out at the horizon, so not dropping that gaze. And that is done. Check it off the list. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go from a side plank into our Sidekick series, the whole shebang. We're gonna do the top leg, the bottom leg, our mermaid, and then we'll go to the other side. So we've got a nice sequence for us. All right, options here. Level 1, both knees bent, hips lifted. Level 2 is your top leg out. Level 3, both legs out, top foot in front, and then level 4 is this, okay? We're gonna be here for 30 seconds, and we'll start now. So just a nice static hold, making sure that your butt isn't out. You're pushing it forward in line with the shoulders. We're halfway. Use those legs, keep them strong, pushing up away from the floor. We've got 5. Good, 3, 2, and kapoof. All right, we're gonna lower ourselves all the way down, move back and line up with the back edge of your mat, and then take the feet and place them at the bottom front corner. To start, we're gonna go up and down. So we'll have 10 of everything. You could absolutely do more or less. I shouldn't say we have 10 of everything because that's a lie, but we have 10 of this one. And then we're gonna do 10 of the next one. So you're gonna tap behind and in front. So that was 1 rep. That's 2. Drawing this arc shape up and over and trying to keep your top hip relatively still. Maybe exploring what a pointed foot feels like for you. It's getting spicy. 3 more sets. Oh my goodness. Okay, next, top foot is gonna lift up hip height 8 small circles. Oh my goodness, friends. Reverse it. Looks so easy when everyone else does it. Okay, brief intermission for me. 5 medium circles. Good, reverse. All right, our goal is to finish with 3 big circles in each direction. All right, home stretch, reverse it. Good, 2 and 1. Okay, we get to stretch it out. You're gonna grab your ankle, put your foot on the floor, and then start to circle that bottom leg. 8 of them. Oh my God, my top hip. Okay, reverse. Try to get to the back edge of your mat. Good, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Oh my goodness, friends, I have to be honest with you. I actually don't think I've done a Pilates workout for a couple weeks. And I've done strength, I've done HIIT workouts, I've been swimming, been canoeing. Let's take our mermaid. But I've been slacking. There's only so much we can do with our time. Pilates will always be in my life. Okay, try to find the longest reach that you've got. 1 more stretch. Okay, other side. We've got our side plank. So you've got all those options, you've got all those levels. 30 seconds in 3, 2, and here we go. My butt's just thankful to not be like circling right now, to be honest with you. Okay, keeping the hips stacked, one on top of the other. More than halfway. Okay, keep those hips lifted, strong through the legs. Finish here for 4, 3, 2, and done. All right, lying ourselves down. Okay, feet at the bottom front corner of the mat, and here we go up and down. 10 of these. Doesn't this leg feel so fresh? Like you can't imagine it's ever gonna burn like it did on the other side. All right, once you've got your 10 taps, 10 sets of taps front and back. If you feel really wobbly, push your bottom leg down into the floor. Okay, I have 2 more sets. I don't know. How's it going? Now, we're gonna circle the top leg 8 times. Oh, here it is. It's the finisher. All right, let's go the other direction for 8 small circles. Okay, we've got 5 medium circles. Okay, reverse. Oh my God, okay. 3 big ones. All right, and 3 in the reverse. Okay. All right, that went well. Let's circle that bottom leg. This is almost the most torturous part for me because it's so tight. Good, okay. Hang in there, reverse it. Oh my goodness, everyone. Three, 2, and 1. All right. Okay, we're coming up. We're gonna grab the ankles. Oh, it's like you've arrived in this moment. I've just got one last series for you. Oh, this feels so good after that. Okay, big, tall reach. Okay, we're going to go through a plank series to finish off. We've got 3 different variations, and you can definitely modify them. First plank. So our first plank is a tall plank, and we're shifting forward and backwards. Okay, your modification, if you're going into a more kneeling situation, is you're just going to take one leg out at a time and shift back. So the purpose here is to do some kind of plank, but also mobilize the ankles and the toe joints and get a little calf stretch. All right, I'm going to take this watch off so I can see the timer, and we're going to go for about 40 seconds with each plank. Here we go. So hitting that tall plank, shifting forward, and pushing back. Oh great, my watch turned off. That was really helpful. Good. Yeah, that's why I never do that. All right, well, we're gonna guess for this first bit. And again, just a reminder, you've got that option to shift it back, keep going. All right, I'm gonna say this is 10 seconds. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, that was a disaster with my timer, but you know, that's okay. I'm gonna use a better one this time. All right, second plank. You could either repeat that, or we're gonna lift one leg up at a time, and when that leg is in the air, we're gonna do a little shift back and forward with the foot, okay? 3, 2, and get yourself set up. Your modification would be the same as it was for the first one. We're gonna go for 30 more seconds here. Try to control your leg when you're putting it down, so you're not just gonna drop it like a sack of potatoes. And try to have those hips in line with those shoulders. All right, 5. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. That went better. I was joking with my class today about how I've been working more with time sets because I'm not good at counting to begin with, and you know, everyone moves at their own pace. So I've been kind of timing my private clients and seeing like how long does it take for everyone to generally do things. Anyways, because I'm better at timing things, but I failed. Okay, last variation can be done from knees down, knees off. So that would level 1, level 2, level 3 incline push-up, level 4 toes push-up, or toe plank. So shoulders are gonna protract and retract in that shape. Here we go, 40 seconds. Nice and locked with those elbows. Moving the shoulder blades on your back and staying really rigid through that body all the way from toe to head. All right, 15 seconds. Last 10. Oh, this gets hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, lift up, downward dog. Very good. Pedal out those feet. Nice deep breaths. Can also go into a forward fold if that's more comfortable for your body. Take one moment to just reach both heels to the ground. Walking those hands back towards those feet. And then so slowly, minimal effort, roll that spine all the way up. And you are done for today, unless you're gonna do more. I don't know. I don't know what you have in store for yourself for today. Maybe let me know in the comments below. What are you gonna do with the rest of your day? Thank you so much for choosing to move with me. I feel so good. Don't you love Pilates? How could I avoid doing Pilates? I didn't avoid doing Pilates. How could I have not done this for 2 weeks? Keep your body moving, and I'll see you next time. Bye.